So, Gio, do you think you're ever going to go to a punk rock concert?
Probably not after this movie.
Yeah, probably not. Welcome to Apocalypse Movies. This is our review of The Green Room, the movie starring Patrick Stewart and Anton Yelchin.
The late.
I knew close to nothing going into this movie.
Yeah,
and
man.
you as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
it's directed by, you just read his name?
Jeremy Saulnier.
Saulnier, we believe how that's pronounced, and he hasn't directed much, but wow, I bet he's going to be getting some directing offers after this movie. And if that doesn't give you a hint to how we felt about it, we'll get right into it. We're going to give our general impressions, our positives, if we have any negatives, some of those, and an overall score out of 10. So, Gio, just overall impressions of the movie.
It's a really, really good horror movie. This movie, it's very confined, you would say. Like, it's
Yes.
The Green Room. I mean, it takes place like in this small town out in the middle of nowhere. They're in a building that's like it's very small. It's like in the country. It's a building where they hold punk rock concerts, and it's literally in the middle of nowhere. They're also a Nazi movement.
Yeah, they're a part of a white power movement. There's a
neo-Nazi.
little hints towards that. Patrick Stewart is basically the lead of this group, this kind of cult group who, thrives off white power. And there's a line he says, he's like, "Remember, this is a movement, not a party."
Right.
That's hints towards it's kind of like
Yeah.
a white power thing. It's very subtle, but overall, I can't believe how good this movie is. It's great, and the thing is, it's original. It does have horror elements. I probably wouldn't call it a horror movie. I would say it's more of a thriller, but it's the scariest movie of the year.
Yeah, there's no jump scares, no demons, nothing like that.
It's not about that.
It's more of the situation. You have this little small band with Anton Yelchin, who plays one of the guitarists, and they find themselves in the situation where they thought they were playing just a simple gig, and then next thing you know,
things go bad, and
discover some things.
They get stuck there, and they're being held captive there. We'll leave it at that. But just overall, let's jump into our positives, man. I gotta say, one thing that's very hard to do is to make a viewer feel like they can't breathe, and that's what this movie did to me. Watching this movie, it's so intense, and it makes you as a viewer wonder if you were in that situation. And thinking about that, I almost wanted to throw up. It kind of made me feel a little bit sick watching this movie. And those are the best type of thrillers, the ones that kind of make you feel unsettling and make you feel like you're in that situation and you're stuck there with them. And that's what that movie did for me. The performances are great, especially the couple leads, Patrick Stewart, Anton Yelchin, great in this movie. I'm glad to see Patrick Stewart in such an indie film like this.
Yeah. I
know Anton Yelchin, that's kind of what he does, but Patrick Stewart, man, good job to him for picking this role and doing it, because it's something very different than we've ever seen him do before. And just overall, for me, the best part of it is the originality and the thriller aspect and how they create such a scary setting in a confined space. I really enjoyed the film. Those are some of my positives. What are yours, Gio?
Definitely the performances. This is a very performance-driven movie. It's a slow burn thriller. Very smart writing. You think this movie's going to go one way, but the antagonist, who's Patrick Stewart's character, right?
Yes, yeah. He's the main antagonist.
He's the main antagonist. It's very smart writing. They're able to flip the situation to the other way, to where...
Well, it's very unpredictable. This movie is so unpredictable. Yeah. You have no idea what you're in for.
Yeah, you think it's going to be one of those horror slashers with a lot of gore. There is gore in this movie, but it
serves the story. It's not just there to be there.
Yeah,
it serves the story.
Very clever writing. Anton Yelchin, it's sad that he's not with us anymore, but this movie really, really put him on the map for me. I mean, I liked Charlie Bartlett. I enjoyed him in the Star Trek movie, but for this movie, Green Room, I feel like this would have really really put him on the map, because this is something unlike I've ever seen from him before.
Well, that's unfortunate. This movie comes out and then he passes away. This was the movie that was probably going to elevate his career and take him to that next level.
Yeah.
And the unfortunate events happened. But yeah, I could not believe this film as I'm watching it. Oh man, I still have that gut-wrenching feeling in me right now. We literally just finished the movie. So for me, this is one of the best movies I've seen all year. And it's unfortunate it didn't get a wide release, and with these great movies, it's hard to pick some negatives out. But not every movie is perfect. So what did you see in there that's negative?
I thought that some of the scenarios that the characters were in, like how they got out of it, was a little bit of a stretch.
Yes.
Like, you know, these antagonists, these white supremacists, whatever you want to call them, they have a particular way of doing things. Particularly Patrick Stewart's character. Very smart, but at the same time, it's like, dude, just get on with it, you know.
Exactly.
But the way it's played out, you don't mind it, but it's still a small nitpick, you know. And I'll say some of the supporting characters, part of Anton Yelchin's band, some of them are just, I mean, like I don't know what
they were kind of useless in a way,
more like to move the plot forward, I guess you could say. I really did. I have to mention, the leading lady. Her name is Imogen Poots. I think I'm pronouncing.
Okay.
She played Amber. The one, you know.
Yeah, the girl who's not in their band.
Yeah, the one who's not in their band, but goes along and helps them out. She did a really good job. But going back to what I said, some of the supporting band members are like, what are you doing? You know, would you be doing that in this situation? Come on. So, I mean, those are nitpick. This is a really, really well-crafted movie.
Yeah, for me, completely strong, almost perfect until the end. There were two things that bothered me, and it's going to be hard to explain them without getting into spoilers, but Patrick Stewart's character does something at the end that was sloppy. When the whole movie, he plays everything safe, very intelligent, and handles everything calmly. And there's a few things that are handled sloppily at the end from the way they set the character up. And then there's a few convenient things that happen, and you're like, okay, they kind of rushed this ending to get the main characters to where you needed them to be. But other than those little small nitpicks, fantastic film. I'm so pleasantly surprised that I watched this movie. The reviews are, it's
one of the most talked about movies of the year.
Yeah,
like one of the most talked about
lives up to the reviews for sure. All right, you guys heard us praise this movie back and forth. So Gio, what do you got out of 10 for The Green Room?
I'm going to give The Green Room a 9.5 out of 10.
Wow, that's crazy.
I really like this movie. You need to check it out.
Super high score.
Check this movie out. Check it out.
Yeah, I was wondering. I try not to think about criticizing the movie while I'm watching it, but I couldn't help but wonder, damn, what kind of score is this movie going to end up getting? Because like I said, up until the very end, it was almost a perfect movie.
Oh, yeah.
But the few things that happened really bothered me, and I couldn't forgive them as much. And I'm going to bring my score to a 9 out of 10, but that's a phenomenal score. Yeah. This is one of the best movies of the year. Blockbuster or not, it is one of the best movies of the year, hands down, and I highly recommend it. Definitely go out and see The Green Room. Alright, well that's going to do it for our review of The Green Room. Gio, let them know where they can find you online, man.
You can find me on Twitter at GioRamos24 and apocalypsemovies.com, and you can find The Green Room on Amazon, Google Play, or VOD.
Yeah, it's for rent for around $5 right now, so please check it out. We highly recommend it. And you can find me, Jacob Bartley, on Twitter at JacobBartley_, and on this Apocalypse Movies YouTube channel. Subscribe, hit that like button, hit us up in the comment section. Let us know what you thought of Green Room if you've seen it. And if you haven't seen it, let us know if you're looking forward to it. Thank you all for listening. Until next time, you take care.